Live, 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 live. Live, 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 live. Live, live, live. All right, we're live. I just wanted to play my favorite intro now, the little thing, but it I don't know, it locked up on me. But what's up, bro? How you doing, Chaco?
Yo, Darth, neighbor.
Neighbor. I know there's only one person, so we can say we live in the same area. Huh?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy. Like it's a small world, man. Jesus,
yeah.
it's a small world.
I
But you
thought you
know,
were in California for some reason, and then Biggie told me no, you're
no,
close by me.
yeah, dude. I left California in 2015.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude. Um, I had intentions of going back, but I bought a home, and there was no going back after that because California, Southern California, LA is out of control as far as cost of living.
everything, everything's
Oh
out
my,
of control right now.
yeah, dude. So there was no going back, and then me and my wife had kids late, back to back boys, right before the pandemic, and Logan was born in the pandemic.
It's a good
Uh,
thing. Good thing.
yeah,
Having kids is a good thing.
I love them. They just were frustrating me earlier. That's why I didn't even get a chance to shave. They get ornery and they get sleepy, dude, and they don't.
Yeah.
They were notorious for not taking naps, so they got a little a little talking to. Hey, strange dog, what up, Tien? They got a little talking to, and I could tell by their body language and their face they were sleepy. So I was like resting, and they went with me, and then they crashed out
They're out. Yeah.
because I told you I was buying bed, and I could see them misbehaving a little bit, but they were cool. Excuse me, and I could just see them doing this. I was like, okay, you know, what up, sicko? But yeah, small world, man. And here's the thing. What up, Bleeker? Yeah.
Yo, guys.
So here's the thing. So you don't you don't shop at the shops that I shop at, right? Like you don't go to Creative, and you occasionally go to Screaming Monkeys.
Yeah, I'll go. Screaming Monkey sometimes. Yeah, the one over there. I. It's like I've talked to the guy that works there, and he said that the owner has another shop, and that's his main shop, and he uses this as like his overstock stuff. Like I've gone digging through the boxes, and everything is just so beat up. I don't like the comic shop, and then Screaming Monkey, I get a little like it's more games. I think they
Yeah.
focus on games, and um, yeah. I've gone to the other one, the one out in Cherville there.
Oh yeah, he downsized and he
Yeah,
moved. He
yeah,
moved like across 30
yeah.
Indianapolis. Yeah. So I shopped at the one in where I live on Main
Mm,
for a long time, but we had a falling out. I like to be honest. So I t- I don't want to say I taught him shit, but I was using Key Collector app. I told him about it. I priced all his books. We had a good rapport. Um, there was a guy who was sniping. He would have auctions. So he had two store, one in Monticello, Indiana,
mhm.
and then this one. And so he would put auctions, good books. They
Yep.
were really good books. Like they were flippable books. I got a lot of stuff from there that some people didn't know. But then this one guy came, he knew it all. And we would battle for books. And one day, um, he outbid everybody, at least 11 people.
Mm.
He calls me and says, "Do you know how he did that?" I said, "I don't know how he did that, but we've been telling you." Long story short, Punisher Soviet, it's a 1 in 5 run, issue 1 to 5 run. They
Mm.
have variants that are really rare. It's a niche market. They sell, but they sell sporadically. I have them all except issue 6. There was an issue 3 that was really beat up.
Mm.
I bid $13 on it. Um, I did not win it, but I did not care because I already have one.
Ah,
And I knew that it was beat up. I might have kept the beat up one and sold mine, but I didn't win. Somebody snagged it. When they snagged it, he immediately accused me of it.
he accused you
Accused
of
me of,
taking it.
yeah. I said, dude, you gave me all your books to price. I never took your shit. There was a time where I was FOMOing myself early. This is maybe
Mm.
right around the pandemic or after. He gave me a lot of store credit. I took it up too high. I stopped my pulls and I paid it off. And I says, dude, I've never failed you. It just ended bad, right?
Oh yeah.
And so that was the end of that. And I went to Screaming Monkeys. And
Yeah.
I do a lot through Graham Crackers. So I have a subscription to Graham Crackers. Their books I pulled so many 9.8s. Well, I don't have many 9.8s, but I pulled quite a few 9.8s off of Screaming Monkeys. Excuse me, off of Graham Crackers in Chicago. But I used to find a lot of shit at that store here where I live. But yes,
I buy a lot online. I buy a lot on my comic shop, and I'll just or from the publishers themselves. I'll buy or sometimes eBay. For like back issues.
It's severely unorganized in that store. It's bad. It's bad. Like, and so I know a few hunters in the area, and we pillaged that store. I mean, I remember somebody finding an Ultimate Fallout 4, literally by the kit section in a box. He pulled the box, and there was a stack of books behind it. The sun was hitting them. You could see them all the time when you drove up. And that stack fell, and when it fell, he found Ultimate Fallout 4, the second print. It was like Miles books. It almost felt like somebody stashed them there to go back and get them later. I don't know. Yeah, and so that was the type of disorganized shit he had. A good man, a good human being. It's just it was what it was. It that's all.
I always kind of talk about like I don't like the shops around. I liked the shops way back in the day, but even then it was like, it's like people were always trying to screw you because it's like that was before there were graded comics. It was just everybody's going by Overstreet and they would shit on your book if you're trying to sell it, and they would pump their book up that above because they knew more. Like but used to be like Amazing Fantasy, which was in Cal City.
Yeah. It moved to I don't know where it moved, but yeah.
Yeah, they're out further out in Illinois now, but yeah, for years they were in Cal City. But I buy a lot online now, and like I said, like newer stuff. A lot of times I'll just place like an order with my comic shop and just have it all delivered. I'd rather that than have to go there and kind of deal with the mess and the I don't know and all the tables full of kids playing Magic and stuff.
He's got some good books. He prices okay to the market, kind of. He held me hostage one time about shitting on CGC and why people shouldn't grade books and why people shouldn't, well, not grade books, why people shouldn't press books. I sold him a collection of DC and he sent some to get graded. I said, I think you should press those. That's when he told me that whole story. He got it back 9.6, 9.4s. And I was like, you know what? Had you pressed them, and then he hit me with this whole spiel, him and his wife. I said, oh, I didn't know how to get, when you're involved in a conversation, you want to get out of it. You don't know how to get out of it. Right. So I said, my wife's calling. I got to go. So, but other than that, so I figured I'd have you on because we're two small channels. My channel, for the most part, in its inception was to troll one guy, and it's been a bunch of drama. I'm kind of like maneuvering slowly away from it, but I get pulled in because I like it. But I want to see what else I could do. Your channel, straight up comics. You're doing your thing. So let us know, what you want your channel to become.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were talking just before the start. A lot of it up until now, I would say the first maybe 4 or 5 months was learning, and I post a lot. I do like 4 to 6 videos a week, and then I do a few streams. I do the biggies on Friday nights, Son of Crom, the monster midnight monster show Son of Crom, and then Big Nasty and we do a stream on Saturday nights, and I think that's been a big key for me is kind of, it started off, I just, I saw what Alan was doing and I was watching a bunch of YouTube channels and I was like, I can do that. And I want to do that. I kind of want to talk about comics because you don't have a lot of people that want to talk about comics. And then I kind of started interacting on Alan's channel and I was like, yeah, I could do that. And I was just like, well, it's, I think the part that I think is the hardest is just starting it. You know, like convincing yourself, okay, I'm going to just do it. You got to turn on the camera and just do it. And at first it's going to be like uncomfortable because you're talking to a camera and there's nobody sitting there, and it's kind of like weird. But then once you get past that, and once you kind of start to learn about it, I think it gets easier, and I think you get better at it the more comfortable you get, and the more videos you post. And that was kind of what I thought. And but yeah, I do a lot of unboxing kind of stuff, and I do a lot of like I get a lot of packages, and I get a lot of bad packages, and I swear and insult the people that are doing the bad packaging, and I also just do a lot of like opinion stuff. I've been doing like, you know, top covers of all time, and you know, my just stuff like that. I did a whole episode on grading. I did one specifically on Bruce Timm, the artist, and I did one on Mark Spears, the artist, and just kind of stuff like that. But I think what I would like to do is to go to more topical kind of stuff, but just you know, just kind of engaging and talking, and you know, giving opinion. And then when I get a cool comic, you know, sharing. I mean, it's part of it is when you get a cool comic is sharing with everybody. Hey, I got this cool thing.
Yeah, I did my first topical video the other day, and dude, it's my favorite video I've done.
People like those.
Yeah, it's my favorite video, dude. And you know, I wasn't really worried about the views because why should I when I'm 200 subscribers, right? But shit, man, that What Up Collector P.
You get a lot of views though. Like
I do, Chunko, and if you said that, I appreciate it. And thank you, man. Respect, but I'm self-aware that it's drama. And I don't think it's sustainable because I've been kind of doing it, and I see it go like it. Some of it will shock me, and then as people get tired of it, it lowers, right? It comes down a bit. But the one thing, and I always forget this shit, what it is, it's still the impression click-through rate is always pretty good, and the retention, for some fucking reason, is pretty solid on drama. Now I was talking about this with one of the greats. I don't know if he's in here, but he knows what I'm talking about. Should he be about if you watch a video and if you double it in speed, does it still count? And it does. And I think a lot of people do that with my stuff. They'll watch it, but they'll speed watch it. I think. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was getting a lot of views, but I think it was just for the moment. And I don't think that's sustainable. And I think if I want to even try to grow, I just, you know, I got to pivot or do both or do whatever I need to do. Like, that's why that video, I've always wanted to do that, but I hesitated for reasons, right? I told you backstage, I don't want to put that out there. I've hesitated, but it went well. The retention, all that was good. It's, I don't know, it's like at 150. And I've been told, like, for small channels like us, if we even get, so I got 200. So if I get 60 views, that's good. I was like, really? Yeah. If like for channels like us, if you get 60, 70 views, dude, that's good. But, you know, I was pulling a bit more than that, like over my subscription count. And even with this one today, 150. So I kind of lowered my standard, lowered it for myself and said, okay, I'm at 200. Forget about getting 200. Let me just get 100. And I'm good because I can't keep doing drama like I'm going to, but I just really can't if I want to get like a new audience. And I'm still nervous about interweaving them because some people could pull out. Okay, this dude, you know, just a crash out. Yeah, I don't care. So, you know, I'm still finding my lane. I, like you, for myself, I was really happy with that video. The engagement, it got a lot of comments, and I think I want to do more of that.
Yeah, I think it's a smart move for you to do it. To do varied kind of stuff, and I think and I mean, it's one of the things that you have is you always have that in your pocket. You can always go back to it occasionally when and I think one of the things I think about I think everybody likes to tune into drama and watch it, but sometimes like people don't want to, they like want to like keep it at arm's length. Like
Yes.
they might not subscribe because
Yes.
you know, they just want to kind of come through casually and watch it or something.
Right.
You know, I mean, I'm not, I subscribed right away when I saw what you're doing. I like, I liked it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think there's like there is, to me, what I've been saying and what I've kind of found on YouTube is like the things that seem like they have legs and really sustain are do you entertain or do you inform or do you do both? If you can do both, if you can show people something that they don't know and entertain them, however that is, that's what I think that the channels are that really that people kind of follow and they kind of engage with. I think.
No, yeah. I mean, but like you, I was nervous at first. But I just said, what the hell, man? I started on Instagram to get comfortable with the camera. And then I was still nervous. I was a shy dude at some points in my life. But you know what like Ferber, a lot of people help, man. McClay, Biggie, a lot of people, the Whisper Cell, the Discord, a lot of people helped.
Yep.
And I gained more confidence through them and them, you know, do what you feel, you know what I mean? Follow your passion. Just do it, man. Put it out there. If they like it, they do. If they don't, they don't. And I always says, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And then I'm a small channel.
Yeah.
Right. So wherever I go, however I get there, it'll be dope. And then whoever was hanging around like your channel, they would have been with me, or most of them, to get there. But
comic books, right? I mean, like I think that's the thing. Is like there's always a limited thing. I mean, it's not completely limited. I mean, there are some channels that are enormous, like
dude,
Comics Explained, where you know the guy that died, rest in peace, but a comic historian. You know, those channels are like, I think Comics Explained has like 3 million subscribers or something like that.
Fuck, dude, have you? He just started popping up on my feed. Thinking Critical.
Oh yeah. I've watched his show before.
40,000 subscribers, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking Bleaker.
Lisa say content everybody hates.
Yeah. Well, see, like I got, so it's like through Biggie, through the 31393, what I lovingly call the Biggie verse, and what others call it the sticker people. I got like I don't know. I've got comfortable here. I think I'm accepted by a lot of them. I think a lot of them kind of watch my stuff, like Bleaker. That's all through Biggie, because you said it best. Biggie puts people over. Biggie, like,
oh yeah,
Biggie does for channels, man. And Bleaker and Allen. Allen's a big channel.
Oh yeah,
and that's dope of Allen to have that camaraderie, that hominess with Biggie and Bleaker and Matt and all that, you know. And it's like, okay, cool, like that's, I think it's a community. I think, I don't want to say cliques, but it's a bunch of friends that hang out and then do content together. Because I remember I used to hang out with Biggie a lot and watch Biggie a lot. And I think he used to be in the comments, right? And then you just appeared. And I was like, oh, who's Chaco? But I remembered somehow I knew you, I knew of you. Yep. And then you got your own channel. So I said, oh, well, fuck it, let me go subscribe. Because it's part of the same group of buddies, man. Not cliques. Right. Group of buddies.
That's the part that I didn't know. Like I was getting into it to kind of just like, you know, like show comics and talk and stuff. But I didn't realize I was going to make friends, like doing this, like, you know, people I really like that you meet and along the way. And that was like, it's cool. I mean, because whoever you are, like at some point in your life, you were the comic book guy, where like people would come to you with like a comic book question, or they'd tell you about like, oh, have you ever heard of this comic? And it'd be like X-Men. Yeah, I've heard of X-Men. I've seen an X-Men comic or two. You know, but like it was, but you couldn't really talk to them about it because like you would start to talk about it. Oh yeah, and then you know then there was the Brood, and the Brood came and it was crazy, and you know and then Magneto, he tears Wolverine's skeleton out, like, and they would just be crying, gradually just be going, whoa, yeah, okay,
right.
You don't want that much, but then you can talk to people who really do want to hear about, you know, whatever, you know, nerdy thing that you want to talk about, and it's that part has been really fun. And the other part that I've found to be fun about it, it's kind of a creative outlet. Like, like I look forward to doing a video, and I look forward to, having an idea and putting it down, and, kind of, editing the video out and doing it. It's kind of like it's an itch I didn't know I had. And I've been, Biggie once said that, I think Chaco's having more fun than anybody doing it. And I was like, I didn't think of it that way, but I really do have fun. I goof around, and I make myself laugh, even if I'm not making anybody else laugh. It's making me laugh. So like, I mean, I have fun doing it, and yeah, met friends along the way. So yeah, I think it's really rewarding. And even if that's all you ever get out of it is, you're able to talk comics and goof around and, laugh and hang out with people who like comics. I mean, that's a cool thing. And then if people like it, that's good too. I mean, that's another great part to it. There's another, thing where it's like, yes, this many people like what I have to say, or like what I'm putting out into the world.
Right. I think that's why we're all here. Is because I said this a while back. I think we were all kids that grew up different parts of the country that never got to play with each other with our GI Joes and share our comics.
Right.
Fast forward 30 to 40, almost 50 years later, the internet and all that shit. Now you got YouTube, and now some of us have found each other. You know what I mean?
That's a great part to it.
Right. And I don't, I know people get all butthurt when I say whisper, so I just joke. But the Discord people have become like my friends. Like I value friendship. I'm different. I grew up different. I'm tribal. I just value friendships. I'm really protective. And I pick sides. I do all that. And that's the one thing. Like I can never do YouTube again as long as I got the Discord buddies. That's why I have a lot of respect and love for Biggie. It's just how I am, dude. Just, not everybody's the same. People could be like cringe on that. That's cool. But that's just how I am. So like, if I'm your friend, I'm your friend. And, I don't know if I can catch a case with a friend anymore, because I got my little boys. They mean more than
we're getting old too.
And we're getting old. So I can't do all that, but I might hold something for you, but I'm not crashing out, because I love life, and I love my wife, and I love my kids, and I got a home, and dude. But I think that friendship is the biggest thing. I think that's why we do this community thing. You know what I mean?
And I said the same thing about like Biggie and Matt. Biggie and Matt were shouting my channel out when I had like 30 subscribers. Like nobody even knew who I was, but like right away, like Matt invited me on. I had like 30, like nobody knew who I was. And Matt, and Biggie right away, like he, Biggie will shout out new channels, and he'll pump up new channels, and like right away, like Biggie shouted me out. I got like 20 something subscribers like one day, just
oh shit.
Yeah, and then other people along the way, like they start to find out, like Brian has mentioned me multiple times on Beyond Wednesdays. It said, and I appreciate stuff like that, man. Especially when someone is bigger and they're going to help someone out that's a smaller and starting out and trying to figure it out. I owe all those guys. I anytime I can mention them, I mention all of them, because I mean, not that they need me to mention, but I do anyway.
That's why I hold this dude in high esteem, because what he did for me, he didn't have to do. But again, it goes to that thing when you find like-minded people, and you find and you, whatever the reasons are, it means a lot, right? Because I've said it before. I don't got to get into it, but I don't. If he doesn't reach out to give me a hand, I probably just don't. I'm just in the comment section somewhere. Maybe I'm a wrench somewhere or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's how it
gives you confidence when someone likes it.
Yeah, that's just my guy, dude. And this guy too. BK has been around a long time. These guys and this guy, I always say, is like just flipperverse. Like we were all in that bubble. Maybe I think BK might have branched out, because I did notice him when I came over with Biggie and started hanging around with Journey. BK was always there. He's like a legendary fucking. He should be a wrench in places, but that's what I mean. It's like a family without being a family, right? We're we're all part of the same multiverse, and that's what I like, dude. I think that's dope. You know what I mean? And I think McClay did a solid too, man. And I'm not talking about like lately with my drama shit, just prior to that, going back to last year.
Yep.
Putting my handsome mug on the drama thing. And I didn't even know that was going on. But a lot of channels in our bubble do help other channels, and I think that's dope. And that's one of my things I want to do, man. I found just today 3 channels under 500 subscribers just today, and I shout out. I said in the comments, hey man, I'm Lopez, I'm over here, and maybe I could work on something, because everybody's been doing it, right? They shout out other channels, and I think I want to find more under 500 sub channels, maybe do a video, maybe just do it live. Hey, these guys got less than 500, man. Why not give their channel a shot? Like and subscribe. You know what I mean?
I try to do it once a week at least, right? And I'll take a clip of their top of their screen, and I'll do 2 or 3 channels. I've shouted you out that way. Anybody, and it's anybody. If I like what they're doing, I'll just say it. Even if they're a bigger channel, I'll say, hey, they don't even need me, but if you guys want to see something really cool, these guys are doing something really fun or interesting, or I think this person's really funny, or whatever it is, but and again, they might not need me, but other people have shouted me out in the past, and if I like something, or if I think somebody's kind of an up and coming, or doing something fun or cool or interesting, then I try at least once a week. I try to do in one of my videos, just put a couple things out and shout somebody out.
Yeah. So let me ask you, what are the things you struggle with as far as coming up with ideas for content?
Well, I mean, I think I've really fallen into the thing of doing unboxings. I think people get annoyed with it sometimes, because it's like a lot of times it's like the same stuff. I did another Mark Spears book that I got, or another thing, and maybe they, and I think that the other thing that I think I tried and people hate is I sell comics on eBay, and I was doing like a weekly thing. I tried it just for a couple of weeks, where I was like, hey, these are the comics I listed. This is what's sold. This is the profit I made off of like books that I sent off to be slabbed by CGC. People hate that. It was like 11 views. They hate it. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. Nobody gives a shit about, the eBay sales or any of that. So I learned that kind of quick, but I don't know. I mean, I think for me, it's been that I've kind of think I've fallen into certain like predictable holes, and I'm trying to get out of that, where I'm doing
me too.
More videos like topical, where it's like, it's not just the same thing that I've been doing. That it's easy to have that happen, where you just like go back to like what you always do.
I did the same thing, dude. And Brian McClay gave me, I get a lot of good advice from people, and Brian McClay gave me probably the best one. And I told him I didn't follow it. It's like, don't tell people you're going to step away from doing certain type of content if you know that you're really not. Right. And I did that twice, kind of. Now it's like, fuck it, dude. I'm just going to do what I want to do. Right. But the last video I did it was received well. So I'm going to try to do more of that topical type of situations, because that does annoy me, that I want to save it, because I think I'm going to have Ferd on, and there's somebody else. But you know what? Let me ask you this real quick. Do you think influencers ruin the hobby? And
no.
Be honest. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Me
neither.
I think I learn a lot from people, like, especially like, if I'm watching Beyond Wednesdays or something, and they're like, especially, when they have a new artist on that I have no, like, I found artists from like, Shubina and Suspiria, and, different things like that, where I wouldn't have known about, like, that maybe that stuff that people are that's out there that I wouldn't have gone and looked for, so I think again, there is the whole thing. I don't really like the whole carnival barker thing, where it's like, guys, you have to buy this comic. Buy this comic. What are you doing? This is this is going to be the next big thing. Like that. I'm not that into that really. But like somebody showing you something that they think is cool. Like, hey, I read this. This is really a great read, or this artist is really cool. I think that's a great thing. Yeah, like Bleak just said, I think it sheds light on things that maybe you didn't know about.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to like convince somebody to buy your comic book off you, and then I don't know about that. That's the thing. I don't like that as much, I guess.
Yeah. I'm glad you asked that question, TN, because I've wanted this book for a long time. And this is the what's the most recent graded you got right here? I can't pronounce his last name probably properly. Renaud X-Force 20, 1 in 50, Venomized variant. Fuck, dude. Because I got that little window right there. So this is, oh, there we go. I've wanted this book for a very long time, dude. Very long time.
I got something. I could open it. I could show you my most recent slab. It's in a box, but
go ahead, bro.
Let me grab it.
Unbox it. I know. For Brian was showing Spears. Yeah, he was Pescado, and then everybody just jump on the bandwagon, dude. Everybody jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I got it. It's got it from Bry, and I made an offer on it, and he took. I was surprised he took the offer.
The Bry guy. Bry. Oh.
Yeah,
I can't watch him, dude. No offense, no disrespect. I mean,
I get great
channel. He does his thing. I just just like I'm sure people can't watch me. I just can't.
I get good deals off Bry. I mean, I watch his stuff, but mostly it's like I'll get an email and there'll be like, hey, we got whatever books, and I'll see something, and this is something where I always wanted it, and he had one up, and I made an offer that was like, I hear it was already kind of low, I thought.
Yeah.
But I made an offer, and it's a pretty big book.
Hey, Brad, I was on Renovision, bro, so it might have wore off.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a 227, the classic cover. Yeah. I've always wanted it, and
purple label, is that?
Oh, it's blue.
It's blue.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, that's a pretty big spicy sausage right there. The big Neil Adams.
Nice.
And it's kind of like really it's actually even an homage to Tech 31, the Golden Age cover. Yeah. So yeah, that was a spicy sausage.
Yeah, dude. I think I'm gonna shut it down for the rest of the year.
Sorry, it was my phone. I didn't drop the comment.
Oh, and then I think I'm gonna finally get my Grill of all grills, my 181 next year, and then that's probably a wrap. I don't but as a collector, there's always shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Always stuff I want.
When I was a kid, I had there are two comics that I sold when I was in the military. I was broke on Christmas 2 years in a row. And the first year I sold Spider-Man 129, and the second year I sold my Hulk 181. That was years ago.
Oh, damn, dude!
So over the last year and a half, I got both.
Oh, there you go.
Like I got them on my wall over here. But this is the 129 that I got.
9-0. Yeah. 9-0. I had a 7-0, right? And I had a buddy that it just whatever, and I just cashed out, bro. I bought it for I think I bought it for 1,400 because that was the market.
Yep.
Okay, and then I sold it for 24. I sold it to a guy from the shop that we were talking about on Main.
Oh yeah,
right. Because I was at a pivotal. I think it was doing. I wasn't struggling. But yeah, you know what I mean? It was tough. It was tough adjusting with kids and everything.
Sure.
And I wanted to get ahead. And that book always had bad juju after the incident, and I just said, "Fuck it," I cashed out, dude. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I like being honest. I used that 2,400 and paid my mortgage for. I added a little bit and paid my mortgage for 3 months.
That's, I mean,
And I rebounded after that, bro. And I don't think I've ever looked back as far as going through tough times, and
that's
so
all it was for me all those
Yeah.
years ago. Like those things were really precious to me when I sold them, and I got screwed by the local comic shop. Like that's when people want to talk to me about how great and righteous local comic book shop is, man. I'm like, no, I was there years and years ago. Maybe you have a great one by you, but I know, those guys were cutthroats, and they screwed me on both of those books, and I was broke. I needed the money. There was nothing I could do about it. And there weren't any places to sell comics, back in the early 90s. If you didn't have connections, you went to your local comic book shop. That was it.
Yeah. Was that before eBay? I don't even know when eBay.
Oh, way
came
before.
out.
Yeah. This was like 1993 and 94. So yeah, this is yeah.
Well,
But that's what I got. This just
there's my I got a fast. I can't even pronounce Facsimile. Facsimile somewhere. I don't even like looking at the shit. Well, he got mad. He got mad because I said, "Hey man, I need this book. This is where I'm at." I didn't do it all. I think I didn't even. I was up to date on my pull box. I mean, I had a stack. It's like, well, you got a stack. Well, if I sell, I'm gonna need commission. I was like, fuck. And we did the math. I'm like, okay. And he says, I think I got a guy. But then I found somebody else. And so I sold it. And then I called him and he got all mad. He got a little upset. I said, hold on, dude. First of all, that dude never committed to buying it.
right.
You know what I mean? Are you mad about the commission? I go, dude, I needed to, whatever the case may be, bro. And he got over it. I mean, it didn't really fuck things up between us, but I mean, he wanted like $400 commission.
I try not to mess with the local comic book shops on big books and stuff. Like I've found just over time, like there are like a couple things that I've been able to get really, really good deals on. First is my comic shop. Like especially if you find something where they have it on consignment, I've made offers and gone back and forth and been able to get really good. That Hulk I got a really good deal on because I just was able to haggle with the guy that was selling it, I don't know. I mean, I know people love their local comic book shops and they want to stick up for them all the time and stuff. But I've had so many bad experiences with a lot of those guys, and I'm not saying all, but the guys I've had to deal with, I've had bad experiences with, and I just, especially like with raw books, I don't trust them.
Yeah, no, dude, you can't call me. You can't accuse me of stealing a fucking book for $14.
I would be out.
That was
I would never go back.
That was so beat up. Oh shit. Okay, so, the Myers.
Sure.
Okay, so I'm there. I'm shopping, and I see him, and we patched it up, and we didn't even hug it out. We just shook hands. We dapped. So I'm started shopping back at his store. So there were some books that he had, and I was bidding on. And so first of all, we made peace. I ordered a few books. I was going slow because this guy over here in Munster treated the books better anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I was still doing both. So he messaged me. Well, he calls me, hey, you're bidding on books. Yeah, okay. He goes, well, when we had our riff, you owed me money. I says, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, it was like almost $200 in your box. I said, dude, I called you to go pick that up that day, and you told me you don't need my money. And you called me a thief again. And I said, dude, yeah. I said, dude, come on. I go, I offered to pay that for you. And then we made a deal. Well, we did make a deal that you would give me $100. I go, dude, it's $100. I said, I said, you know what, dude? The shit that you said to me, bro, it was disrespectful.
Yeah.
I says, you can keep your shit. You can shove that shit up your ass. Fuck you and your raggedy ass store.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was the end of that. That was the end of that. because I'm like, dude, you trusted me with all your boxes, dude. I found um um what Young Avengers 3 copies,
Mhm.
right? I found a bunch of shit in his boxes. I would look up some Superman books that were $150. I'm not a DC guy, so
Mhm.
a bunch of stuff, dude. They were in those boxes. He had no idea, and I would tab him. Hey, this shit sold on eBay for over $150. I didn't know I had that. I don't know. So you think years later I'm gonna take a $14 variant that would beat the shit that I couldn't even sell for the $14 on eBay probably?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? So that, I mean, I know that there's good LCS owners. Um, that dude just, it was what it was, you know. And I don't give a shit, you
I
know.
was in there the one time and you know, I was looking at his wall books, just kind of seeing, you know, does he have anything? He had a couple Golden Age books that were overpriced and stuff, but then he had that first Jim Lee, the samurai. I can't remember. It's maybe somebody in the chat knows the first Jim Lee cover. It's a independent book, Samurai, something Samurai. But I asked about it. I was like, hey, how much you want on that? He's like, oh, we're not selling that. I'm like, you're not selling it. You have it on your comic book shop. He's like, oh no, the owner just likes to show that one off. I was like, all right, like, yeah, bye guys. See you
Oh,
later.
yeah, dude. Like I remember, dude. I had a good rapport with it. It almost kind of bums me out that we fell off, but his shot was so beat up, dude. I would hang out there, dude. Like I would hang out, and I would see people come in, and they go through the boxes, and they just walk right out. Nothing was in order, dude.
Yeah, and it's all kind of ratty. Like all their back issues are kind of ratty, and
Yeah,
it's just. I mean, I've gone in, I've bought a couple things a couple times, but you know, it's not really. Yeah, it's just a bummer. I wish the LCSs were a little bit better. You know, close
yeah,
by. Yeah, but I mean, it's all right. I mean, the good thing is at least nowadays there is this option where you can buy stuff online, and you know, you know, if you buy enough, you know, it's like it you know, the shipping cost makes sense, you know, but
mhm.
I don't know. It I would rather have a really cool place to hang out and talk comics and you know, buy comics and stuff, but it's just, you know, the couple by us, it's just it seems like they have their priorities in other areas, like the one that we're talking about there, where that just seems like it's as overstock from the other place, and then Screaming Monkey just seems to be really games focused. I'm
Right.
sure that's where they're making their money, and that's fine. Like, you know, you got to
Well,
do what you got to do.
he told me as much that he makes his money in gaming. That
Yeah.
the comics do okay, and he won't order no like so. He orders to the T. So everybody that has a pool, that's what his focus on, and he doesn't order much copies for the shelves.
Yeah.
Like dude, like this book, he gave it to me for $5. I've been complaining about it for 3 weeks. It wasn't even bagged. And I'm like, dude, this is the 1 in 10. Oh, my bad. I go look at the damage. You know, okay, $5. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, he'll
Yeah.
work with you. Like he still thinks that. What does he have on the wall? I think it's a Strange Academy #1. He
Mm.
still thought it was $150 book. I'm like, that book is not $150, dude. I go, and I pulled up eBay, and he wouldn't give it to me for that price. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. I mean, it isn't the I don't know if it's his wife. There's the one lady who works there. She really knows comics, but it's like I mean, I'll go through and I'll like I have a friend that lives in Lansing, so I'll if I'm rolling over there, I'll, you know, stop in and I'll look, and I got some cool like Faust books, like some back issues on Faust that I like and stuff like that. But I you know, I can't really dig because most of their boxes are kind of down below, and you got to, like, you know, sit on
Yeah,
the floor or something. I don't want to mess with that.
yeah, dude. I know. He's got them. Yeah, I know. Like they're not really shop friendly, but then dude, some of the stereotypes for LCS owners just fucking sticks, man. And and I've heard them. People make content out of it, and I've seen. It's like, fuck, that's kind of accurate. Oh, that makes sense, you know. And it's like, but you know what? Whatever, dude. I
Well,
mean,
people will stick up for like LCSs, like they're, you know, these saintly, you know, they can do no wrong, beyond reproach, and that's what I bristle at, because I'll be like, I've seen too much, and maybe your guy is. I don't know. I don't know your shop, and your shop maybe somebody does have, but I don't know. I've just seen too much that I don't usually fall in line with that. I mean, and everybody's got to make money, and I'm not going to begrudge somebody doing that. It's just like again, Screaming Monkey. If what keeps the lights on there is for them to cater to gamers, I mean, good.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's a business.
Right. Got to do what you got to do.
So I don't fault him for that. And hey, man, I mean, he's still got his books are in order. They're priced reasonably well, like to market. Everything's displayed well. It's a clean store.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got enough help. I mean, the one by me, the one that we're talking about, you go to the bathroom, it smelled like pee.
It looks like it would.
Yeah, bro. It's got like old ass mold in the toilet. I'm like, dude, But look, dude, I built up a rapport with that dude for years. That's why, in a way, I'm kind of like hurt that you would think that I would take from you. But again, hey, man, whatever the case may be. Are you reading right now? What's some of the books you're reading?
It's a couple of things. I don't know if I still have them right over here. Let's see. My favorite things that I'm reading are.
What up, Steve? Man, I'm glad you got your shit, Steve. If I ever get to 300 subs, I'm just going to give it away to you, Steve. And I'm a man of my word.
Very long ago.
I saw that somewhere on previews. Is it good?
It's great. It's like creepy murderer auntie with the kids, like,
Oh yeah, I like that type of shit.
And it's like, it's really, really creepy and weird and like horror kind of stuff. And this we're taking everyone down with us. This is like it's like this girl's father was like a James Bond, like arch villain trying to take over the world kind of guy, and gets murdered by other arch villains. And he puts his like all of his like intelligence into a robot, and it's her and the robot going to take revenge on all of the other arch villains. It's really great. And then just landed. I don't know. I talked about this. Like all last year. But Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, I was all about that. And
yes. Oh yeah, I got
yeah.
I got those right here.
Yeah, it's
look at the one I dropped. One.
That's cool. It's the like American
Psycho.
Psycho, yeah. And
yeah.
We got this one. I got a couple of them. Yeah. I saw a preview on this in the free comic book day one. They had like a little snip of it. I thought this story, the first story was great, and I thought this was really, really. I think this is going to be good. Yeah,
dude, I might read this before I go. I'm so behind, Chanko. I got like a fucking now almost a long box. Oh, I wanted to tell you this before I'm from California, so my mom's here now, and my mom was like, your sons already have that Midwest, Illinois, Northwest Indiana accent. I just think it's cool because
my dad talks like that. My dad, bricklayer on the South Side, and I'll do his voice. I used to do his voice like when I lived out in Seattle for a couple of years. And my dad he talks like this, and he kind of will say things like he'll say things like he doesn't say film, he says film. Like he's got like different, but it's very, very South Side South Side accent, the guy.
So hey, Fur, my mom just came back from Seattle and I had her buy me shirts, but I gained a little weight, Fur, bro. It's a little snug on me.
Is Furbird in Seattle?
Yeah, West Coast. Yeah.
I lived in Renton, Furbird. I lived in Renton for 2 years.
So people like my coworkers that work with my wife's name is Jacqueline, but they call her Jackie. Like it's like elongated. It's like Jackie. It's like it's the accents are it's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I had a lot of fun out there, man. I liked yeah, it was a fun time.
I had a good food. Yeah, Renton.
Yeah, a lot of good food out there. I mean, I ate great. Like the one thing that was great was like sushi. Like I'm not the biggest sushi guy, but like everything was so fresh because it was like right off the boat because all of the port is all right there. So like everything coming from Alaska, it's just like it was like swimming hours ago, and you're getting it so fresh.
Dude, Chanko, I this might be a hot topic, or I don't like the food out here.
Well,
I don't.
You gotta like the pizza better than LA.
Yes, of course,
yeah.
Of course. But there was a retired New England kicker or punter in Malibu, California, years ago. I don't know if he's still there. Allegedly, he would have water shipped from New York. Allegedly, I don't buy it, but that was some of the best pizzas I've ever had. But yes, the pizza here is better. It's better than California for sure.
And Italian beef, like
I'm not a fan. You know what I do to the Italian beef?
What's that?
I throw cebolla, I throw onion and cilantro on it.
Okay.
And I put salsa on that shit and turn it into a fucking torta.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you ever had a torta. Yeah.
Too. But well, have you been able to find good Mexican food? I mean,
okay. So there's one here up the street. It's called Durango on 45th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that one.
Okay, that's pretty good. And there's the other one that's on 45th, the restaurant in what do they call that? Griffin? Almost Griffin. Like right before what is that? I don't know what street is that? Kennedy.
Yep.
Right? There's a restaurant right there. It's in Highland.
Yeah, there's the one it's like right off the highway. It's really small. There's like no dining in, and
yeah. By the Wendy's. You get off.
This is on. Not Indianapolis. It's on. Kennedy. Yeah, on Kennedy, yes. Right off the highway,
right in front of the park.
Yes.
That's the and when you buy the food, it's greasy.
And the thing is, it's
that's
like
when you know, yeah.
When you go in there, it's all like Mexican people eating there, so you know it's going to be good because it's not. Good. Yeah, because like if that's really good. There used to be a place right over here by used to be this Ultra Foods, but they all closed down, and that place moved. That place was really good. But yeah, have you gone to the thrift shop, the antique shop right on Indianapolis there?
What is that? I'm sorry, I was reading
the antique shop
on 45th.
Yeah, no, on Indianapolis, right on Indianapolis, right. It's like a called US Mall or something like that. I've got a little. I sell some comics there, but there's some really cool places, cool stuff in there. If you ever want to go digging, that's a cool place to dig.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Have you been to the one in? Double Check has fire books on his back wall. Yeah.
I could grab some down. Let me grab a couple.
Yeah,
I'll show a couple. These I got all Good Girl up back there right now, but
salsa verde a pastor. I don't like a pastor, Shauna. I don't like a pastor. I'm not big on it, and I like red sauce. Use Italian flour for great pizza. I'm not a pizza guy, dude. It gives me heartburn. Pizza always gives me heartburn, dude. I swear it off. I don't, and if I do eat pizza, I like it with what does it call it? The Supreme with everything on it.
Oh,
but I don't like. What up, Callie? I don't like the Italian beef. I think the Chicago hot dogs are overrated, but they're good. But they're overrated. And what's the other? I don't like not Polish. What's
brats?
No.
You don't like brats? Oh, come on, man.
Bro. No.
You lost me on that.
No, dude. And when I started making buddies and going to cookouts, man, they always had the brats. One time,
I love brats, man.
One time I went to fucking Myers and I bought the Pete's brand. It's a Pete, whatever brand that is. Hot links, bro. Because I'm from Cali. Cali, we do hot links. That's what we call it. Yeah. I brought those and threw those on the grill. And they're like, I don't. And yes, so I used to travel a lot. So when I got to the plant, right, I brought hot dogs from home, right, and I put ketchup on them, and the whole table, I shit you not, the whole table like.
That's a party foul.
It's like, what are you doing? I'm gonna put a ketchup on my hot dog. You know where you're at? I go, at work. No, dude, this is like the Chicago area. That's just
people will give you shit, man.
I was like, wait, this ain't Chicago. It's the same thing. Okay, I said, well, hey, dude, I'm from Los Angeles, California, and we eat ketchup on our hot dogs, bro.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like I have a friend that eats ketchup on. I don't care, man. Whatever you want, it's your hot dog. You're not making me eat it. Like I don't have to eat it. Why do I care what you're eating? but yeah, these are
damn.
These are
yeah.
These three are Matt Baker. So these are a few Matt Baker. So all these kind of golden age good girl stuff. So Matt Baker, if you're not familiar, he was probably the first influential Black artist in comic books. He this is 1950. No, this is 49. But he died really young. But he was like super influential. But a lot of times, like the things you find are like the hair and like the figure and stuff, but also like always really cool movement and stuff. But yeah, all three of these are Matt Baker. But this is
nice.
A cool all top. And this one is Phantom Lady, which this is 16. 17 is the big one, which I would love to get. I can't afford it, but I got a really good deal on it actually. But this really cool.
I like that.
Matt Baker. This is Phantom Lady. This is probably my second favorite one. It's a great one.
What up, MJ? I'm not.
MJ.
Those are beautiful books. That's probably going to be my next video, explaining why I'm a modern collector.
And I just got this, but this is famous. They call it the cake cover.
Is that how I lost to Allen in Game 5?
Yes, yes. This is really it's kind of a rare one. There's like less than 20 of these on the census, but yeah, Matt, again, the great Matt Baker. These are I had all horror back there for a long time. I just changed it up. I got all kind of good girl stuff, and then the one Mark Spears back there for now.
Yeah, dude, I was bummed out having to play a game, what I like to call Game 5 against Allen. There's just no way I was gonna win Game 5, bro. And it's like, come on, dude.
He's
got
some amazing
comics. And then I like to play with it because I have an imagination. So I got to go to Canada for Game 5.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, come on, dude. Right. There's just no way it was going to happen, dude. And then then I had a God of War, but nothing I would have pulled would have beat that Street Fighter.
It's hard. It's also hard. It's really hard to beat Biggie because it's his channel. And it's his people too, so that everybody's loyal. So it's like, I mean, you really have to pull out something big, like something really cool to beat him on his own channel. You
know how many times I've been dead asleep, and I wake up, I'm like, "Fuck Biggie," and I just grab my phone and I go on and I hope Bleeker's still here, and I go on. I just put Biggie.
Yeah.
Biggie.
But Bleeker wins sometimes. Bleeker's won a few times, I think.
Bleeker does win sometimes, dude. Yeah, he does. Homer's gonna homer. Yeah, Callie, all day, baby. And that's why I say you might as well make me a legacy pick, and I just vote for Biggie every time. You might as well count it. There he is. Hold on, was it Golden Age book at Chocolate? You guys see?
Yeah, Shauna, I did see that. It's a Punch 12. That's my dream comic. There's one on auction right now on my comic shop. I think it's a 4.5 with brittle pages. I think it's 20,000. It's up to, but it's supposed to close. I'll bet it closes about 35 grand. But yeah, him getting. I don't have $17,000 to spend on a comic book.
Fuck no.
He got a great deal. Like I bet he sells that. If he sells it, I bet he sells it for like 30.
Yeah. Did you see what Bleeker and Biggie were talking about? 35 cent. I don't know, the 35 something. The channel, the dude bought Superman #1, I think it was.
Yeah.
Turns out it was a reprint.
Oh, is it? What did they like redo the cover or something?
No, I think Bleeker said inside the book, there's writing in there that specifies 35 cents. Still only 30. It specifies why. It's
I saw that. Yeah, his I didn't know that. I saw him post his videos. Yeah, I like that guy's channel. He does really, really good stuff.
It was a second print, Bleecker says. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. That
Yeah.
but
I
yeah,
mean,
we had AG on the stream last week with this past weekend with Big Nasty and I. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he has a Punch 12. He has a Phantom Lady 17. He has a Superman 1. He has a Batman 1. He has a whatever, the first Wonder Woman. He's got, his collection is so crazy.
Alan has all that. You know what I mean? No.
I think Alan has more books, and but I think AG, the stuff he's getting into, I like Steppo does. Steppo has a Batman 1.
I heard Steppo, yeah.
And I think that Doc, I think he has quite a few of those too.
Doc,
yeah. But AG, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, dude.
He's got minor keys.
If I had the bread, I think a lot of people would be mad at me because I wouldn't have had none of that shit. I have all modern, bro.
Oh, I would have
that's probably my
tour.
That's probably my next video, is explaining why I'm a modern collector.
I do like modern books. I mean, I have, yeah, dude. But my all my attention right now is in Golden Age. Yeah, and variant covers and what I'm reading, like kind of new stuff when Mark Spears drops. But most of what I'm getting is Golden Age, and then if I'm getting other stuff, I'll get if I can get rare variants or something, I'm just getting them to sell them. Like, did you see my music video?
No, I
did a music video called "Dirty Rotten Comic Flipper."
Dirty. Oh yeah, I love. Yeah. Flipper, dude. Like, dude. That's like one of the corniest things in it. Like, I would rather, like, I could get it if they want to talk about influence, but fucking Flipper, Dirty Flipper. First of all, I think if I'm not mistaken, Dirty Flipper that came about in the Flipperverse, and like maybe that was maybe somewhere before that, but I don't know if Brad's still here, but BK could tell you that there was this whole thing going on in Tales from the Flip Side about Dirty Flippers. But like, dude, come on. Like I said, like if you go digging and you find a book that you are not attached to, and that book's $100 and you don't want it, why would you not sell it to get something else you want?
That's right.
Like
that's what I do.
Right. It's very difficult. I stopped trying a long time ago to have the hobby pay for itself. I can't do that. I'm not in that tax bracket. So I stopped trying to do that, right? Instead, I just stopped buying so many books to read.
Yeah.
I just focused on books that I wanted. And a lot of this stuff that I got was because 181, I just know that I can't do it right now. Like, so I'm not worried about it. So I put some money into some other shit. I've had Spider-Man 300 multiple times. I've sold it multiple times, and I got tired of it. So I bought me a low grade, and I'm keeping it. Like that 316 low grade, because I had it multiple times and I sold it. And there's some things I want back. So I just don't.
That's how I feel. Like what I keep saying is there's room in this hobby for everyone. Like now, if you're the person that's going to go in and you're going to grab the entire stack and not even leave one for the person, that's a dick move. But like if you're just complaining that I'm buying a comic and then FOMO hits and I sell it for more than I bought it for. I mean, no, man, you don't get to tell me. Or I set it off and I get it graded. It comes back a 9.8. Now it's worth more. No, you don't get to talk to me about it. So that's the point of the video is like the song. Well, it starts off. The song is "Kiss my ass and suck my dick, man. I buy comics I can flip, man.
Oh,
hide and call your mommy. I'll burn your money, ruin your hobby." And that's just dirty, rotten comic flip. And it's not. It's like tongue in cheek. It's like I'm making fun of not only comic flippers but also people who hate comic flippers. It's just like there is like a certain mentality about like, scorched earth, I think, on some of the comic flipper stuff, but like I just feel like, you're not me buying and selling a comic so I can afford Golden Age comics. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really affect much. I don't think. I think it's like I'm capitalizing on someone else's FOMO. That's what's happening if I'm doing that. And
I
I'm not
don't
going to
mind.
go in. I'm not going to go in and take a whole stack and so you don't get one. I would never do that. But
Right.
like if I buy a Mark Spears, I buy two. I keep one
Yeah.
and I sell the other one, and that's what
Well,
I do.
so remember when Supergirl was announced? I got to get to this comment. Remember when Supergirl was announced, the Tom Keene one? Okay, so I went to Screaming Monkeys and found them all. I had 5 copies of issue number 1, and he asked me, "What's going on with this?" And I like to be honest, like, well, okay. And he's like, "Okay, how about you let me keep 2?" And he gave me the rest. Again, he sends them to get graded. They both come back 9.6. But just what? So yes, well, Bleecker, yes, Bleecker, I agree. It keeps the secondary market alive. What if I run into a pinch and I want to sell this? Well, and I bought it relatively cheap. I did not pay $1,000 for this book. Absolutely not. I got made an offer I could not refuse, and I jumped out it. Now, what if I say, you know what? I need some bread. What if I can move on a 181 and I need whatever I need, and this could get me that? Well, for the amount I paid for it, I would check the market, see what they sold for, and if I want to sell it quick, I'll lower the price by a lot, whatever. I'll calculate the eBay fees that I would, but whatever the case may be,
Right.
And this would go to somebody who wants it, like I wanted this one. Like what Bleecker says is facts.
Would you are the people who hate flippers? Are they there? You'll never hear them complain about comic shops inflating prices. As soon as that comic goes up, if they have it, they're not going to sell it to you at cover price. They're going to do the same thing that this is now worth $60 or whatever it is because there's a movie coming out or this one's really rare or whatever it is. It's the same thing. I think it's how it goes now. I think you could get into a debate about should people fall for FOMO. That's something that I don't. Now, maybe I would caution people like, hey, maybe don't fall for that. But if you do, and if I sold you, like I said, if I bought 2 Mark Spears of a certain variant that's kind of rare, I keep one and I sell one to you and FOMO is hit, and then you kind of regret it. I don't know. I mean, I think you gotta be an adult. You gotta know that maybe next year that comic won't be worth $30 or $40.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm here. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. No, I don't, bro. It's the other way around. Well,
Yo, Biggie,
it's time to. Well, we've been here an hour. I think we had a good. Let me see. I had another question. What are your long? And after this, because I can hear you, but I got a tinkle. Yeah. I like saying tinkle. What is your long? Fuck, and I lost it. What's your long? God darn it! What is your long-term goals for your channel?
So I think I have a couple. First, I would like to see how far it can go. What just and I think does it either I really think it either gets big or I flame out and I burn out and I don't do it anymore. And I mean and that's just because I do like I said 4 to 6 videos a week, and I think if I burn out, then that might happen, or I think I think I've been learning and I think I've been getting better at it, and I think it could get, when I say big for a comic channel, like I think it could go like that, or it flames out. So I don't know which way that goes like a year from now, but I'm having fun right now.
Yeah, you got community. Bobby, I'll see you in March, Bobby. I'll be going over there. Bro, you got community. I don't think I'll ever flame out. Like I said, as long as I love those guys in Discord. If I have that, I don't really need this, but I think that I've made good homies, and I don't see it flaming out. I personally don't give a shit if my channel ever. I don't need it to be big. I like the community. As long as I can be a part of community and have this and have anybody come on, bro, I just want to hang out and chill. I don't have any aspirations to be a big channel. I like to get views. At the beginning I wasn't like that, but then after a while, I started like foaming. I need views. I need views. But then I was giving good advice about the size of my channel and the views I get. I was like, oh shit, if it's like that, the math adds up. Like I said earlier, 200 channel. If I get 60 views, that's fucking good. You know what I mean? So I just like the community, dude. And that's like, I don't care to get 1,000. If it happens, dope. If it don't, as long as I'm hanging around with you guys, I'm good. But I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
All right, cool, man. I'm here for the pee break, dude. So good to see you, Chonker, man. I had to keep my streak alive, dude. We was just in the Discord, and we're like, Chonker's gonna be on Darts tonight. And then I looked at my phone, and it's fucking 8 o'clock. I was like, oh fuck! I didn't even. Like a whole fucking hour went by, and then I remember, like, I gotta keep my streak alive, dude. So this is the 10th episode or something in a row I made. So yeah, we're keeping the streak alive. How's it going, Chonker? You doing all right?
Good. Yeah, I just saw MJ's in the chat, and we're talking. Callie and Bleak been there, and yeah, Brian, Brian. But yeah, MJ was asking what do I classify as big. I guess from what I was saying, like. For me, I guess, like when Darth was asking about what my goals would be, it would be just to take it, like to go as far as I can with it. And I don't even know what that means. I don't think I'd ever be like Comics Explained where it's like 3 million or anything like that. But I think if I could, I don't know. I mean, I have no goals for like being monetized or anything. I mean, if that ever happened, that's cool, but that's not really a goal. I think it's more to do this and to grow it as big as it can go and just see what happens. I guess that's what I meant by that.
Yeah. No, man. I mean, I like I said, I like hanging out. What up, Brian? I like hanging out, dude. I mean, that's that. You know what I mean? As long as I have I could just hang out in the community, I'm good with that, dude.
I love that. Yeah, that's a great part. We were talking about. That's the part I didn't expect. I didn't expect to make really good friends doing this, and people I really like, and have fun. Like we're talking earlier, Biggie was saying that he thinks Chaco's having the most fun, and I have a great time doing it. I have a great time making my videos. I have a great time coming on streams and talking, and like I said, it's an outlet that I didn't know that I even really needed. I just was bored so often, and now I feel like I have this like kind of I don't know, social outlet where you're able to come on, and also a creative outlet where I'm able to I have my thoughts and I make a video and I say this and I blah 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 and whatever.
Yeah, and I was a shy dude. I was shy for a while, but I believe personality, but I was still shy, right? I could be the life of the party at times, back, or not. I could just stand on the wall, whatever. It just depends. I don't know. Like I said, it's through hanging around with Biggie, the Discord. Yeah. It got to the point where I just got comfortable. You know what I mean?
I laugh a lot. I know that.
Yeah, I laugh at myself. Like I used to wear the mask because I was insecure of the content that I was doing. I said, "Fuck it, it fits, right?" You know what I mean? And I'm like, whatever.
The crown was the one that got me. That was
yeah. The crown is heavy, bro. The crown is heavy.
It's funny.
And,
it was a funny
one. I mean, and that's a challenge. Like, what can I? Like, that's why I'm really. Look, man, I've never done this before, but if anybody hasn't seen my last video, Don't Blame Influencers, give it a shot, man. It's a little long, and that's one thing too. Like I get a lot of advice from a lot of good people. Thank you. Yes, Bleaker. Fuck. So I'm just gonna stick to how I do, and I do long videos, man. Because sometimes they're like 17 minutes, and I'm like, fuck, nobody's gonna watch this shit, but they kind of do. So I'm just gonna stick to how I do it, what I do. Like my intro was a little bit too long, 40 seconds, but I love the Bane music to The Dark Knight Rises. I don't give a shit. Fast forward, guys, whatever the case may be. But I'm just gonna stick to what I do. It's what's got me here. It's what got me 215 subscribers. Yep. I gained a few subscribers on that Don't Blame the Influencers video. Okay, and that gave me more confidence to do the topical type of content, right? But yes, The battle chair, that was my favorite video because I don't think anybody would have the balls to do that. And I didn't want to do it on that guy. I was going to do it on Marcus and that other guy. But at the time, I was good with the other guy, and I didn't want to do that out of respect for really Marcus, right? You know, so I didn't do it. So I just, let me use the other guy. And I did it. And, dude, it was literally a chair right here with the mask. And I'm talking to that individual like he's talking to me, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And I think that gave me more confidence because it didn't get that many views, but the people that saw it got it. It's
Right.
like, you know what? That's enough.
I love that. I like when somebody, like, I drop stuff in and stuff that I think's funny and not everybody thinks is funny. But when somebody gets it, like when they catch it, it's like that makes you feel good. Like they got your sense of humor and the way that you intended that to go.
Yeah, dude. Like there's an old school dude. I only got 2 wrenches. What up, who that? I only got 2 wrenches. Biggie calls him Benny Blanco. He got it instantly. He was like, "Oh, dude, that's like the Clint Eastwood." When Clint Eastwood is talking to the Democrats about the gun law or whatever, I was like, "Fuck!" I didn't even think about it because that was ballsy, dude. To do that, right? Especially with the subject matter. Like, I understand why nobody really watched it, but still, it was still.
135 views ain't bad, dude. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a lot for me. That's a big video for me. Like if I get my bigger videos are more in like the like 150 to 180, and then normally it's probably in the like 60s to 70s. Most of them are. So
who that? I don't know if you saw this. Who that? I know you know Modern Books. What up? Who that? Huh?
I'm looking forward to you guys collabing. Like, it's always cool to see 2 YouTubers on the same screen.
I had a plan. Tell me what you think about this, Chanko. If somehow I can get like less than 500 subscriber channels to do a stream together,
I'm in. Absolutely.
Right? Less than 500. That means, dude, and I found some guys. So I gotta work my magic. You know, I'm a good schmoozer. That's the thing, right? Yeah, I'm a good schmoozer. I can, you know.
There are a couple of guys who deserve more. Like there are a couple of guys like Up and Adam, the guy who does all the artwork for people. Like I think he's like less than 200 subscribers, or maybe he might be just hit 200. But like, I mean, he's like a great artist, really super nice guy. I think there are a few others that are.
I found 3, and so when I first came over, what I like to call, let me stick to my lore. What I like to call the war of the comic book YouTube multiverse. I would go to channels and say, "Hey, Darth Lopez here, blah 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 blah," and I kind of did that with some of these guys. But I would sometimes get leery because I didn't want to be seen as a troll. But I'm going to stick to it. And I told 1 or 2 of those guys, "Hey, man, you know, I got my own thing. I'm going to shout you guys out. But maybe I start watching them more, interacting with them more. And then maybe, hey, dude, I got this idea. I mean, you know, it's cool if you don't want to. Like, you know, I don't even have 300 subscribers. You guys don't have 500. I was kind of wanting to collab and see what's up. I don't know.
Sure.
I'll figure out a way to do it, you know?
Yeah.
What up,
Always in for
What's
stuff.
up? What's up, man? Just making my like Biggie, making my appearance, trying to spread the positivity of the community.
Yeah.
I don't like the call out of an unknown person showing a very rare Venomized cover. But hey, it's all right. I'm happy I motivate people. That's what I like to do. I motivate people.
Very rare. Very rare, who that, and I know you know. I know you know.
Yes, I know.
I know you know, bro. I know you know. I know. You a flipper.
Hey, when I saw it, you know, I liked it on Instagram. I liked it immediately. I don't know if I left a comment because I didn't want to leave a comment. That's like that's the type of person. Yeah. I was like, I can't leave him a comment.
I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna get out here, but I wanted to make sure that, you know, You guys go check out Chonko. Chonko, he's on Collector Club a lot. He's been sticking through. He comes to the club every time I invite him. I appreciate you, Chonko. You're a good kid. You're a good egg. And he's fucking, dude, low key, dude. I'm going to put this out there right now, dude. Top 5 horror genre. Now, he's humble. He'll tell you he's like learning and shit. But I'm going to tell you right now, Chonko knows his golden age horror just as good as damn near anybody. So that's what I'm going to say, dude. I'm going to get on out of here. I'll see y'all later. Thank you, Darth. Catch you later, Who Dat. Appreciate you too, big dog.
Man. I'll see you.
Yeah, who Dat's a club member too, dude. Don't forget that. Who Dat puts in a lot of work, and Darth comes through too. So appreciate every one of y'all, dude.
I'll definitely be there next time.
Thanks, man.
All right, man.
All right, big dog.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah. That's all I can say, man. Congratulations. I don't know how you got a 9.8, but
woo! Hey, dude. Hey, Who Dat? So it was not $1,000. I tell you that much, because you know that book. That's what they asked for, right? That's what they asked for. They don't get it because they're like asking way too much.
I've seen raw copies for $5.
Yes. If I told you,
you can tell me later. You can tell me later.
Okay.
How them kids say we could spill a tea or whatever they're talking about the tea later. We could do something.
I don't think you saw that, Who Dat, but I unboxed something live here that I got.
Look at this guy. Look at all these guys with these good books, man. I don't have shit.
Yes, you do.
Shit.
Yes,
this is all I got. That's why I show them all the time. This is all I got.
No. Because you know what this guy did to me, Chaco? You know what he did to me? And I'm a dirty flipper. I flipped all my Star Wars books for this book. And this dude, we're battling. And this dude, he watched me hang out with Biggie and showed it. And he pops out a 9.8, knowing that I would show this book. So that guy knows books. He knows all eras. That dude, that's why I like him, because I know he knows a modern era. And I'm a modern era guy. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, no,
hey,
you know what I mean?
Hey, that was just happened, man. And
Brian just said he just sold a 6.5 of this. I had to look at mine again to make sure I didn't buy his copy.
What up, Derek? Man, where you been, dog?
Yo, Derek.
Come on, Derek, bro, where you been, big dog? Yeah.
But I have to say, like, if you want, like you said, if you want to be a seller or a reseller, or however you want to call it, some people say flipper. I just say a person that invests in a collection. If you want to be that person, you need to at least adapt to all eras. Of what my age is, my age, I should know the modern.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing that I don't know as well is Golden Age, but that's why, you know, I'll lean on people who I know stuff better. Like if I had a question, I'm gonna message Stepo. If I can't get to Stepo, I'm probably gonna end up messaging this guy because I know he knows a little bit more of these older books. You know, and that's what the community should be about. When you talk about community, you should be able to reach out to people who you know might have a little bit more knowledge.
And everybody's great.
A certain thing, you know, and
Stepo's great. Stepo will answer anything.
Oh yeah. So that's you know, that's why I kind of like the all eras.
Let me ask you. I don't know if you've seen my latest video. Who Dat? If you haven't, please.
I got it on my playlist. I'm gonna watch it. You know me. I want to watch everything.
So let me ask you just one quick question. Do you think influencers ruin the hobby?
It's a tough question.
Wow, tough question.
The reason why
you can be honest. You can be honest. Like this.
No. It's a question that it has to be more than a yes or no question, because I don't think they ruin. You said ruin a hobby, right? I think they bring more. They can bring more eyes to the hobby. They can bring more money to the hobby. But it's how they do it and how they come across.
Agreed.
Can be the part that's bad or good.
That's about how I said it. I think.
Like
even me.
Yeah. Like I'll use this because it's probably the biggest influence we know is Comic Tom. I wouldn't call Comic Tom one of those bad influences. The reason why I say that because I met the guy twice, and he genuinely have been very nice, willing to take a picture if you want to, ask a question, whatever it was. And to me, if he wasn't a good one, he wouldn't take the time to do that. Because if I'm just about my money and getting my influence up to get my money, I don't want to talk to you. I want to keep it moving. Keep it, oh, hey, but he wasn't like that anytime I met him. I can't go about other people, and I would consider him one of those bigger influencers. And how he is, I would say on camera, it felt like he was in person. So, that's the biggest example I could use. So I would say no. The people who mess up the hobby are not the influencers. I would say it's the people who take those influencers and use what they tell you or give you for the wrong reasons.
Yes,
that's the people who are bad vibe. Like people who might invest for the wrong reasons. Like we had an inflow of money at one point. People were investing to try to get rich, like a get rich quick scene. Comics are like a CD. If you know about people who are old enough to know what a CD is in a bank. And I'm not talking about a CD you listen to. I'm talking about a CD. Those were really comics, or they mature over time, most of them. Especially if they're in great condition. They definitely going to mature over time. And and people might not like to say, "Oh, I don't think my books are not an investment." They're an investment for somebody because you can't take your books with you.
They absolutely are. You invest your time and your money. And now it might not be a good investment. Like I think when people complain about FOMO and that kind of stuff, maybe that's not a good investment. You doing the flavor of the week, that kind of a thing. But I think keys are going to be keys. I think rare is going to always, if it's specifically if it's old and rare, that as long as people collect comic books. If someday nobody collects comics, okay, maybe then. But even then, it's like still an antique book, and a lot of these. I think there's a lot of stuff where people maybe you will regret, buying 4 copies of the comic that never panned out, that just released. That might happen. But like the keys, as long as people the big keys, specific, and I really believe Silver and Golden Age particularly are. I think as long as people collect comics, those are always going to have value.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely those. And I would add into this because I've seen it. Bronze Age high grade.
The big ones.
Bronze Age. Oh, not even be big ones, because if you can see, if it has a good cover for certain horror books, it might not be a key, but if it's high grade, not as selling for breaking records. So yeah, like it's getting a little more into it besides the Golden Age and the Silver, that are keys. Which makes it great. Great for us collectors if you like certain eras.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Like I said in my video, I was out of the hobby for 30 years. Okay, I came back into the hobby. I fast forward 2-3 years, kind of watching YouTube comic book community through before the pandemic, and that gave me a crash course. So I know a lot of people hate the Key Collector app. I don't care. I'm first generation Key Collector app.
I like it.
It helped me. Tom, Jim Comics, Simpleman, all that. I learned how to pre-order. I would not know about fucking I don't know whatever variant that any of us could pull out. I would not know about that book if it wasn't for the specific content that I was watching, which is primarily what I call the Flipperverse, which was the Tales from a Flip Side channel, and then they all splintered off. You got Brian McClay, Renovision, you got Long Short, all of those dudes giving us a lot of that. That's how I learned the game. But I took what they were doing as far as teaching what they knew about the market, about comics, second print, variants, yada yada, Golden Age. They did everything.
Yep.
And it was like a toolbox for me when I used to go digging. I'll just keep it at that. I don't really, people fucked up and bought shit when they weren't supposed to, didn't do their due diligence, didn't sit there and say, wait a minute, man, we're in the bubble, everybody's getting money. other places are inflated. This might not be a good time to spend $7,000 on this fucking book. And the modern books were out of control, bro. Like, dude, the first reread with the Horseman Apocalypse variant was like a $2,000 9.8. Are you shitting me?
A lot of stupid money was coming in,
dude.
And a lot of tourists. A lot of people they watched some Marvel movie and they heard that you can make a lot of money, and then they came in and like I mean, a certain famous, I don't want to get involved in drama, but like there's a certain famous YouTuber that I think was a tourist and thought he was going to make a lot of money and was bitter.
Sticky Goose? No, not Sticky. Sticky don't watch no more. Sticky. Well, no, look, I just don't want to get. Yeah. But I do think like you were saying, I think you can learn a lot by watching channels. Like if someone wants a crash course on Golden Age, watch Alan's channel. Alan and Steppo, just watch them and listen to them, and you will learn so much off of Golden and Silver Age comics. And I'll tell you what, if you want to learn like modern keys and specifically pick up on like new modern artists and stuff like that, Brian is doing the best stuff with that, man. Like Beyond Wednesdays, I've found out about so many new up and coming artists and stuff, or things like that I didn't necessarily know about. Like I knew about Mark Spears, I knew he was gaining some momentum, but it's really after watching him interviewed there and watching like kind of some of the more rare variants and stuff that I got more interested in Mark Spears. And also like Suspiria, Shabina, several others that were like, it was like, holy shit, what is that? Like suddenly you see this comic and you're like, that I wouldn't have known about, but so yeah, like I think the right influencers are building the hobby. They're right. They're nurturing it, and they're bringing it up. Like the type of influencer that I don't want is the guy where it's going to be like, are you kidding? Look at this! You got to buy this! You got to like yelling and at me on the channel. I have zero interest. I don't want to know anything about what you're doing. No, I'm not going to rush out and buy the thing because you're yelling about it. I won't do that. Right. I don't watch that personally. I just think, and I think I'm gonna be honest, I think that not Sticky, but I think that others do that content just because it's gonna get views. Yeah. You know what I mean? It like, I don't know. I just, it's an easy topic. Influencers ruin the market. Dirty flippers suck. It's easy content. Now I've seen those comments. That was the one thing that I said, fuck it, man, I'm gonna do it. Why not? Let me just try it. Because a lot of the comment on Sticky's chat video, the comment section is primarily what I was reading. Swaggle Hoss shit. I
like Swag. I think he has a great channel.
I don't watch Bri, but I was watching because I was trying to think of ways to do this video, watching his comments and all the pre-record type. I like Mighty. I'm a Mighty Comics guy. It is what it is. And his chat, same shit. He got called out for mimicking basically the top 10 list that Tom does. It's whatever. And I was reading the comments.
Like his other one. I like when he does the one like the 10 like runners up or something that he does where it's like off the top 10 list. He does his other list. That's the one I like that Mighty does. I think he does a really good job with that.
Yes. And like all the comments are like, these dudes are like just crying, bro. I don't mean to be again. I'll say like I was out of the hobby for 30 fucking years, bro. 30 years, and I could figure it out quick once we hit the bubble. Oh, this shit ain't gonna last. I got laid off. I was a stay-at-home dad with a fucking 1-year-old. To be specific, a 13-month-old and a newborn boys. That's what I was doing in the pandemic, and even I knew like, nah, this shit ain't gonna last, bro. I was getting fucking $1,800 checks. And I was just putting some of it away as I could, dude. Just putting it away.
I was gonna sell my whole comics. I'm glad I didn't,
dude. Fuck,
I would have made a lot of money, but
I started selling there, Chanko. Who that? My wife was like, "Hey, dude, why don't you if you don't like that anymore, sell it." So I started off my first sell, the whole Immortal Hulk complete run. Big, you know what I mean? Then I got hooked, and I got addicted. Then I was like, "Oh, I'm selling." And that's just what I did. Dude, my AC unit that I still got, that's still fucking almost brand new, half of it came from fucking money, and the other half came from selling newsstand who that Star Wars aired in first Thrawn. I remember finding three of those in a half price books in the same box, and I'm like, oh my god, and dude, I need to go dig. I haven't been digging in a while, bro. But yeah, dude, I don't know. You shouldn't. I don't know, man. It just I don't. How could you not know if you were into the hobby? I'm talking about dudes that were in the hobby. How could you not know that the bubble was gonna pop? Right? I mean, some of these buys were foolish. And I think that not only did rookies make a mistake, I think some veterans made mistakes, dude.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's easy to get blinded. I mean, when you see it happening, or it's easy to think like you're going to be smarter. Like, well, I'm too smart for this. Like, I'm going to get out before it crashes. And I think a lot of people were left kind of holding the bag on that.
Yeah, they held on too long, dude. Way too long. Look, I feel sorry for the people that bought the Dr. Aphra's at that high price. All the Riri books. A lot
of just stuff where it was like rumors that maybe this character might show up someday, and people were buying on rumors.
But it wasn't, dude. I remember getting to the conversation with the guy that I was on Renovision. We're not gonna see her, dude. Disney can't even get the sequels right. What makes you think that they're going to invest millions of dollars on a character like that, Dr. Aphra, who's fucking dope? Those runs, that first two runs of Dr. Aphra are phenomenal reads. I would love to see that character, but I just didn't think we would see it. How, when they just had critical and fan failures with the sequels? No way they were going to say, oh, fuck it, then let's do Dr. Aphra. No way.
See, there's a thing that, like, you know, like it always, whatever it is, it's going to turn. Like, I think it was predictable that movies were going to turn, you know, like, you know, we weren't going to get, you know, kind of the quality, as soon as you start seeing them pump out 5 at a time, that you're going to have quality issues. But
yeah,
the good thing is, like, it seems I haven't seen Superman yet, but everybody says Superman's really good. So, you know, this could be a time where it starts to bounce back.
Yeah, I got all my shit from The Weapon, Cali, from EBT. I call it EBT. The Weapon.
Oh
yeah,
I'm reading the chat. I'm just laughing.
I haven't seen Superman yet. I'm going to see it. I kind of want to not to see it just to be cool. Who that, Chanko? I kind of want to be like the cool kid and just not.
I'm not going to go to the theater. It's nothing about the movie. I just don't enjoy the experience, man. It's you know, the last. So I went to like really small like an art house movie of this band that I like, but I don't go. The last movie I went to go see in the actual theater, like big movie, was the final Lord of the Rings, like actual Lord of the Rings, not Hobbit. Like that's how long it's been since I've been to the theater.
Since the Hobbit.
Like the last Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Oh, he's talking about Lord of the Rings that came out 20 plus years ago. When he said it, I was like, I don't go. That's over 20 years.
Are you fucking? Oh my god!
I don't go. Like I said, I went to like a couple small like art house things, like this one band that I used to like, Jawbreaker, did like a movie, and I went and saw that. But that's like a real tiny little. It wasn't even. And I went to like a Halloween showing where it was like it was like, is it 35 millimeter film? And it was a double feature of original John Carpenter's Halloween and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And it was like the night before Halloween. They had it at a place in Chicago, and that was cool. And people were dressed up and stuff. So but like if I go and I want to actually watch the movie, no, man, it's just too many kids, too many people on their cell phones, too many people talking. I standing up and walking. I can't do it. I'm a movie
goer. I'll say this about the movie going experience. If it hadn't changed and it improved, I probably would be with you. But now, since we have assigned seating, we have recliner chairs, we have seats that are not on top of each other. I don't have to go there and stand in a line to go get a seat. Since all of those aspects, I can get a meal at a movie theater. Since all of those things change, I'm so comfortable now at a movie theater that I enjoy it because
maybe I should give it a chance. Something like that.
Well, it's like if you can find a theater like I'm describing, it's a game changer. You don't have to rush to it. Like, especially when they say you got 20 minutes of previews or 30 minutes. Guess what? Right. Go 25 minutes before the movie starts. Guess what? You're still early. I went recently with me, my daughter, and my wife. We had assigned seats. Walking up, I said, those people are in our seats. And I said, this is going to be great. In my mind, I'm saying this, this is going to be great. They're going to have to move. So I said, yeah, y'all are in my seat. And they're like, oh, she looks, I said, yeah, y'all probably are back there because I was actually looking for those seats, but they were taken. So yeah, those are yours back there. We got these. And I specifically took we didn't take the end seat. We took the second seat and then the other two. So I was like, nobody's going to sit. No one person is going to sit next to us. Yeah. And then I said, if anybody sits next to me, we'll slide over one.
Yeah.
So it was perfect. But yeah, they were upset that they had to move. But I was like, hey, it's assigned seats. Look at the row you're sitting on. Don't get mad at me.
I don't drink, but a lot of the movie theaters out here got alcohol.
They got bars. Yeah, they got bars at mine too. They got bars at mine. I don't have to go buy a ticket. I could do it on my phone.
Maybe a drive-in.
Yeah,
I could do a drive-in.
Hey, dude, Chaco, I just learned when I was over here buying a bed that this area has one of the top 5 drive-ins in the country.
I've been there before. It's been years, but I know where you're talking about. It's like
Chesterton.
Yeah, I think it's Chesterton. Yeah, Chesterton and Valford.
All right, MJ.
That wouldn't work here. It's too hot. You would melt in your car, or your car would get overheat because you have to be blasting the AC.
Yeah. Hey man, if because me and my wife go to movies alone because to watch the kids, dude, just hit me up on IG if you feel like watching Superman, bro. I'll roll with you. Or I'll hit you up. Hey, dude, I'm gonna go over here. If you want to go, you can go. Cool. If not, I understand.
Where we should go to the antique shop.
Let me know, dude. Yeah, let me know.
It is. I think there are still I've picked through some of it, but there are a lot of the one guy is kind of. But yeah, I can show you. And I got, like I said, I got a glass case. I sell comics there. Not a lot, but just sell some stuff that I know won't sell on eBay. Like if it's But yeah, we should definitely go over there, pick, and maybe we can get some content. Maybe we could even film Darth and Chaco.
Darth and Chaco. Sub 500, dude. You know that toy store in Munster. I don't go there because it would be oh my god, dude, they got all the GI toys. It's in Munster. I forgot what it's called, but I got this there. Yeah, hold up. Duke is in there. Look at him just chilling. Yeah, but oh my god, you go in there, bro. Dude,
I don't need another thing to spend money.
No. That's why I've never been back. I've never been back, dude. And there's one in Kokomo, Indiana.
Oh, that one I know. Yeah, that's the big
dude.
One. Yeah, dude, there's one at Crown Point too. Crown Point has one.
Yes, that's what I meant. Not Munster, Crown Point. Yeah, dude, they had a fleet of flags, a fleet of USS flags, bro.
Oh my god, yeah,
right, dude. They had them in the
box.
When
I was a kid,
I had it.
I wouldn't have anywhere to put it now.
My mom. Oh, you had it as a kid too?
I wanted it. No way. I would never afford that.
Mama's upstairs. Mom was a CPA. Yeah, mom did all right. My dad was a Warner Brother. I was just a badass kid, bro. You know what I mean? But my dad too. My dad was he worked for Warner Brothers in Hollywood on Santa Monica La Brea. He was may he rest in peace, Papa. He and I was spoiled, so I had all the Joes.
What I had a couple cool things, but I didn't have the big stuff.
So I'm wrestling with a buddy. We had a sleepover because I had the flag, and everybody would come over with all their shit, and we were playing WWF for the belt. And I tried to suplex. He tried to suplex me, put him in a small package, and when I did that by accident, I didn't try to put him in. It just happened. We rolled over and cracked the flag in half.
Oh my god!
I cried for days, bro. My brother tried to glue it together. He could not do it. So it was my brother's idea. Used it as it got destroyed by Cobra, and it's just a G.I. Joe base.
Yeah.
And that's what I did at the edge of my room. He moved my beds. Like I moved my beds, and it was there, and I could just battle there, dude. But I was, yeah, you're right. Yeah, yes,
Yeah, it was
yes,
expensive though, and
yeah,
it was big. That was the other part. Is like where would you put it? It was
yeah.
big. Like I had the base, and I had
I never had the base, man.
Yeah, I had the helicopter, and I can't remember. Yeah, I remember just handfuls of stuff that I had back in the day.
Yeah, there's this section of LA. They changed it now. It's called West Adams. These are old Victoria style homes and apartments, and you can rent duplexes. And so that's when my mom was renting that before she bought her house. And so we had big rooms, and that's where I me and my brother showed the room, but it was my brother, so I had all my shit in there, and he that's how I had room for it. And but damn, dude, that's a $2,000 toy, I think, Drew. Still, I haven't looked it up in a long time because I don't even want to. There was a point in my time where during the pandemic I thought about it, but I was trying to get the 181. And if I would have got the flag, I'd be more happy with that, because I don't know if that would ever really lose value. I don't know. I haven't checked it. I don't want to check, but at the time it was 2,000, Drew, for the flag in a box. But here's the thing, I would want to take it out of the box. So out of the box, it was way cheaper, but then it was like 2,500 if you bought it assembled with the box. I've seen the box alone go for like $500, which I don't understand. If like what Drew is saying is true, it was produced more than it sold. So why would somebody pay $500 for a box?
Because people have a bunch of the ships without the box, I bet, and they're trying to complete the whole thing. But yeah, I think it's probably true that they produced more than they sold. But the problem is now it's like all those kids that didn't have any money back then, now they're all grown up and they have adult money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And a lot of those kids stayed in school, went to college, got a good fucking job, and can afford that shit.
There's a lot of that nostalgia, like where it's like, man, I never had this as a kid, dude. And I can get it now.
Yeah. Whereas I'm blue collar, so I can't just drop $2,000 on a fucking toy that I had as a kid. I sold all my GI Joe. I sold a bunch of my GI Joe toys and Star Wars toys at the store in Chicago on the north side. And I don't know if I don't remember when pandemic, maybe, I think probably, I don't remember, but we stopped to buy Puerto Rican food in the north side of Chicago.
Right. And
I shit you not, that shit gobbled up all my CGC money. Because I was going to get my CGC, I was going to use that to fund CGC, because I had all these modern shit that I knew if I could get 9.8, I could get some bread. I was thinking of flipping already. Yeah. And it was like $50 for the Puerto Rican food. I was like, what the fuck? So I sold my fucking Star Wars toys and some G.I. Joe toys for Puerto Rican food.
Was it good at least?
Nah.
Oh, that's bad then.
It wasn't. It'd be steak and soyado had more veggies than it had meat, dude. Yeah. But you know what? I had a good time. I guess.
You come down here, dog. I got you, man. You come,
Oh, you probably get going, guys.
You get some good restaurants out here, man.
All right, but we could. What has it been? Hour 47. We can wrap it up. My mom's in town anyway.
Yeah, I gotta let the dog out. He's hopefully he hasn't just gone all over.
All right, Chaco. Well, thanks for coming by, man. Hope I had fun, brother. It was fun. Yeah. Who that? You always welcome, bro. Chat. Thank you, man. I had up to 20 people. I appreciate it, man. Good positive vibe today. So I thank you, everybody, for stopping by. You know what? As always, it is what it is. Darflop is out. Chaco, you guys want to plug anything? What you got coming up? No?
This Saturday, I do a stream on Big Nasty's channel, Big Nasty Comics, and we're gonna have Alan on. Alan's gonna come on and show some stuff. I have a couple other things, but I don't remember the dates. But that's the one thing we do. And then Fridays, always on Biggie's channel for Comic Collector Club.
Okay. All right. So thank you, everybody, for stopping by, man. Darflop is out. It is what it is. And we are out. I don't know why it takes forever to end the stream.
It takes like 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think I don't say anything incriminating. Look, we're still here. Let me see. We are still here.
It's still going.
Hold on. Let me. That's weird. Let me see. Oh, there we go.